What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon. I'm back at you, another one, and this one is True Detective, Season 4, Episode 3, Trailer Breakdown. We will go through the trailer, and I will tell you everything that I think is going on in this trailer and what you can expect in this upcoming episode. If you like call-in live streams and you want to get your questions out there, make sure you subscribe to the channel, the Don Tony Teflon Fill the Issues Guide. We will be doing ones on the show starting this week, so let's get right into it.
Suspect is Raymond Clark. Consider him armed and dangerous.
So last episode we found out that Raymond Clark is still alive. Also, one of the guys whose arm got ripped off, he's still alive, but Raymond Clark somehow becomes the suspect because he was not in the bicycle that was laid out inside of the hockey arena. We then hear Navarro say, hey, and then we see an image of somebody running far away from the ice. That is not Raymond Clark. That is what they want you to believe, that it is Raymond Clark, but that would just be too simple, people, so that's not happening. In the end, I believe Raymond Clark is the Dr. Frankenstein of this story, not the monster.
Clark and Annie K, nobody knew they were together?
Why keep it a secret?
So we see that they're talking about Clark and Annie K being together and asking the question, if they're together, how come nobody knows about this, and why would you keep such a thing a secret? It's a fair question to ask, but I don't know if it's the right question to ask. I mean, this is Alaska. If his colleagues know that she is protesting the mines, and they really know that it's not the mines causing the bad water, but themselves, then that would be a conflict of interest and a reason why he would keep that secret from all of his colleagues.
Don't you ever get this feeling like you just want to disappear?
The next important thing that we see in that trailer is that child carrying that polar bear. We've seen the polar bear in real life. Navarro was the one who's seen the polar bear, but it's the chief who's actually has the child polar bear. So this must be connected somehow to the car crash that killed her boyfriend or husband or whatever you want to call him. I think that is why they keep showing this polar bear. Who is holding this polar bear? Is it her stepdaughter that's holding the polar bear? Or was there another child involved that was also killed in the crash?
These scientists, this is not how you die in the cold.
See that? Who's out there?
Next shot, we see them investigating the bodies, and the guy says to them that this is no way to die outside in the cold. But when we look at the bodies, the clear thing we can see is the whites of their eyes. They seem to be looking up. All their mouths are wide open. They all have their tongues intact. It seems like they're scared to death about something. This body seems like closing their eyes. They don't want to see what's about to happen to them. I've given my theory in my previous video of exactly what I think is going on, and I will tell you that when this video ends if you haven't watched that video. But definitely watch that video. It was the last video I dropped that gives you a full detailed description of it.
What happened that night out on the ice? Who came for you?
The trailer ends with the chief questioning somebody, asking them what happened out there on the ice, who came for you. In the end, this is going to be Annie K. That's what I believe. I think that Annie K is some type of zombie that was saved or brought back to life or turned into this type of a creature accidentally by these microorganisms. And Clark is the reason why this person was exposed, feels guilty about the whole situation. Again, when you talk about Annie K, the thing that they say about Annie K is how she was murdered, how brutal it was, how she was kicked, and how she was stabbed so many times. Well, if she was exposed and she was some type of zombie-ass creature and she first broke loose or they seen her inside of this laboratory, maybe that's why she was kicked so bad. They want you to believe that she was kicked like it was a hate crime, like that's why she was killed so bad. But what if she was some type of zombie creature and they all attacked her and they kicked and they stabbed her so many times just to make sure she was down and make sure she was killed? and that's why they did it. Chopped off the tongue so they could run some type of research on that tongue. And then all of a sudden this chick comes back to life, and now she's hunting and killing them all. That is what I believe is actually happening in this story. Now you might think that that's crazy, and I understand you. It doesn't seem like something they would do, but if you go from season 1, they did touch on type things like this. It wasn't just, cut and dry detective work. They did dive into the supernatural somewhat in that season, and since they're going back to season 1, taking some homage from that, to me it's not far-fetched that they would do that, and then that's how you would get what's going on in this show. That is my opinion about it. As for the father, detective, cop, or whatever, he's getting played by this chick. She ain't never gonna come. She's just juicing him for money. I think that when it's all said and done, that is what we're going to see. We're going to see a reanimated Annie K coming to kill everybody. And that's why earlier in the trailer you say some things you just can't explain. You hear the chief say that. I think that's why she's saying it, because you can't explain this. They're trying to tie it into the native folklore, but it's not. It's just an experiment gone wrong because of these microorganisms that they found buried underneath the sea. Could be some alien parasites in there for all my from people who know me from that. Could be. Don't think that it's not. It's a good chance that it could be, but there's something going on. I think she's a zombie-ass creature, but you tell me in the comment section what you think. Do you think she's a zombie creature? Do you think it's more simple than that? I want to know in the comment section. Please do me a favor. Let's try to get this video to 500 likes. That triggers the YouTube algorithm and actually tells YouTube that this is a good video and gives me a fighting chance versus my friend Think Story and all these other channels out here who's doing big things. Let's try to get the views up for your boy right here, right? Please, let's help a brother out here. If you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm, and of course, subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.